Hi again, everyone. This video is sponsored by contribution from Anonymous, and here's our story. Dear Ollie, I'm reaching another layer of anger and awareness with regard to my narcs. As you know, I am no contact with the narcs and much of my extended biological family. As time goes by with the no contact, I remember more and more shit. One thing that popped up today is so fucked up. I can't believe I'm remembering this just now. I grew up with an overt narc, borderline crazy mother who beat me and demeaned me every single day of my life. Not one happy day ever. Not ever. My saint father used me every single day for his emotional and intellectual needs, fluctuating between beating me and punishing me to appease my mother, and crying behind closed doors after they would fight, and hugging me and telling me I was a good kid. Regular bullshit on a daily basis, basically. It wasn't until many years later that I realized I was used as a surrogate wife and that he committed atrocious emotional incest against me. Anyway, the memory that popped up today is this. My father would always have me read books about extreme abuse. The one I remember today is a book called A Man Named Dave. He would give me this book to read, like a number of times if I can even recall properly, which is all about a young boy who was treated like an animal and sadistically abused by his family. Why would he do this? Um, I'll tell you why. Because that's like what Drunky used to do when I was a kid, was point out how bad everybody else's mothers are, or point out how bad other kids had it. All that is, in my opinion, is him telling you, oh, look how bad this kid has it. Shut up, it ain't that bad. It must have been to make my story seem so much less severe. Exactly. That's exactly, yeah, exactly. It is gaslighting to the max, and typing this makes me so angry. This is proof of evidence that he knew exactly what he was doing to me the whole time, destroying me and pretending to give me the world. Exactly. And what that is there, okay, and I'm glad you wrote me this. Because what the narcissist does is they will gaslight you even if you're not questioning them about their abuse. They pre-gaslight you. And what that does is that prevents you from even bringing up the abuse to begin with. They start gaslighting you before you even fight back against it. And that is just more evidence of the purposeful nature of the narcissist. That goes into what I've constantly been saying in video after video. The narcissist plans, the narcissist contrives, the narcissist knows what they're doing. These are all game plans that they are planning. This is pre-gaslighting. This is gaslighting you before you've even made a complaint of the abuse. And the reason they do that is so you never do bring it up, because look how bad these other people have. How many of you write to me and say, now my story isn't as bad as yours or as bad as anyone else's, okay? That is a condition of pre-gaslighting. You're already discounting your own abuse. Why? Because it has been subliminally discounted in your head since when you were children by exactly shit like this. When the narcissist points out the faults of other people, okay, they are pre-gaslighting you so you don't point at them. The more time I spend no contact, it has been a year, and I am emotionally getting over a horrendous, covert, and manipulative sent narky letter he sent me over Christmas, my birthday 2 weeks ago. The more I the more I remember. The easier it is, the easier it makes it too for me to fully detach and not care anymore. The letter he sent over the holidays really made me question myself in a strange and unconscious way. But of course I didn't respond. I know better. The challenge was not believing that he actually cared, and that was the reason he sent it. All he cares about is his public persona, which he upholds as a perfect citizen, humanitarian, and do-gooder, like being president of a nonprofit outside of his work, president of country clubs, and father and grandfather of the year to my golden sister and her son. The more time I spend no contact, the more clear everything becomes, and within that the more rage within me flares up. The more I realize what a lie my life was. This is really hard. The dynamic in my biological family is so waspy, so under the rug, so fake on the outside that I wonder if anyone will ever see in. I worry about the thousands of people my dad knows and manipulates with his public image and what they think of me. Then there is a small part of me that does not give a fuck. Obviously, these are different parts of my psyche catching up to one another. It's so crazy to come out of the fog when our narc family is so secretive about it. They thrive on the perfect image and have, what it seems like, convinced the world of their goodness. My town drunk mother, who my covert narc father is divorced from, feels like less of a threat to me because she is so low functioning that her dysfunction is just more obvious. Yet some people still like her and buy into her stories. But my covert narc father and his covert narc ice queen wife, who does the smear campaigns about me, those are another battle for me. Every time something goes right in my life and my outer world comes together just a bit more, I can feel their feelings of feeling threatened by my truth. I can feel it in my body. Every time this happens, I have to push even harder to get to the core of my memories and trauma and release that much more. Every time I'm on the brink of something amazing, it's like pushing a heavy cart up an icy hill. The thing is, today, and as of late, and thanks to the supportive therapist who actually gets it and has seen it all, I care less and less. Not only do I want to get away from them, but I really want to expose them so they leave me alone forever. Because they are still playing their games about me from behind the curtains. I want them to stop. And I know that my only success and truth that shines through me can help do that. If I told you some of the things I was working on with my private business, your head would spin, Ollie. It's so super great, and down the road you'll see what I'm talking about in a public fashion. For now, I have to stay steady and stealth as I am in order to really take down this narc system in a way that many people can benefit from in my own way. Back to the book. I wonder what examples, which are equally fucked up, like having your child read a book so they think their situation is not so bad you can relate to. What the fuck? This type of manipulation is worse than random meetings and mood swings, in my opinion. Thanks for listening. P.S. One thing I'm still dealing with is, am I making this up? Did I make that up? Clearly I have some repressed trauma. It still seems. Well, this is pre-gaslighting. That's why it's so enraging to you, because you realize it was done in a fashion so you would never complain about the abuse to begin with. And that's why you're questioning whether it happened or whether it didn't, because you've been pre-gaslighted so much. Now you're remembering this incident, okay? But I guarantee you this isn't the only time where that message was put out there that you don't have it that bad, that so-and-so has it worse, that look at how terrible these parents are, and look how terrible that. That ain't the point. Because if you watch my videos, and I know you do, and everybody else, it doesn't matter how broken you are. Broken is broken, period. And it is the pre-gaslighting that puts you in that mindset of questioning yourself, because your argument of your abuse has already put down before you even realized the abuse was abuse. That's calculated. That's controlled. That's purposeful. And that's how you know narcissism isn't a disease, that they know what they're doing. And that's why you're so angry now, because you realize that even your ability to call out the abuse had been stolen from you by pre-gaslighting. And that's what happened. Thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you for your story. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, or you'd like to set up a private Skype chat or a private video made, you know what to do with the PayPal and my email links in the description box. I'll have the video right back to you. This is Ollie Matthews. Thanks for watching. See you all again shortly. Bye.